empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been
Well, good evening and welcome aboard, folks, to Realltom Football. My name is Tom, and I'll bring you the watch-along, folks, this evening for Tottenham who take on Aston Villa live in the Emirates FA Cup third round. If you are watching the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream. Hit that subscribe if you are new. Thank you very much indeed, folks, to everybody who is here today. Kick-off coming your way. Usual time, not quite, of 5:45 in the Emirates FA Cup. Good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard. My name is Tom. And once again, welcome aboard. If you haven't already, do make sure you are smashing a like on the stream and subscribe if you are new. And share the channel out with your friends as well. This is Spurs against Aston Villa tonight, folks, everybody, in the Emirates FA Cup. So, So, if you do want your broadcasting details, you can watch on TNT Sports 1 HD or TNT Sports 2 HD, or alternatively available on Discovery Plus. Also free to air on BBC One, the BBC Sport website, or BBC iPlayer. Moving on from the broadcasting details, then, you've had those already. If you do want them, I will let you know of the broadcasting details for this one again tonight, a little bit before kickoff, but kickoff is at 5:45 this evening. And let's go through SoberScore so we can read out some of the results, some of the things that have happened across the FA Cup, and 4 o'clock kickoff as well. Algeria against Nigeria in the AFCON. How's that getting on? It is 2-0 to Nigeria, 71 minutes in. The knockout stages, of course, of that. In your Serie A, 1-1 draw between Como and Bologna. 2-2 between Udinese and Pisa. Roma 0, Sassuolo 0. And Atalanta to play Torino at 7:45. La Liga has seen Villarreal beat Alaves 3-1 and Real Oviedo. Draw 1-1 with Real Betis. And in the German Bundesliga, there is no Bayern Munich playing, so there's no fun. Scottish Premiership has seen Celtic get back to winning ways after the sacking of their manager, of course. 4-0 winners today for Dundee United. And your goal scorers were Maeda, Nygren, Engels, and Yang Hyun-jun. St Mirren beaten 2-0 at home to Falkirk. 1-1 draws between Hibs and Motherwell, and Livingston and Kilmarnock. And in the Emirates FA Cup at 3 o'clock, 5-0 winners over Boreham Wood were Burton Albion. A 5-1 win for Burnley over Millwall. A 3-2 narrow victory in the end for Southampton away to Doncaster. At one point, they were 3-0 up. 3-1 winners over Middlesbrough, much to my dissatisfaction on this occasion, is Fulham, who go through. Ipswich Town getting a 2-1 win over Blackpool. The result of the weekend when it comes to score margin, as it was 10-1 for Manchester City as they took on Exeter. No show between Salford and Swindon as that one was postponed. A 2-0 win away to Sheffield Wednesday for Brentford with Matthias Jensen and Keane Lewis Potter adding to the scoring. And a late winner for Stoke over Coventry. Lamine Cease got the winner for Stoke there. And a correctly predicted Super 6 scoreline of 2-2 between Newcastle and Bournemouth continues into extra time with 3 minutes of that remaining before penalty shootout. Bournemouth were leading 2-1, but Anthony Gordon rescued it with a 90+5 penalty for Newcastle. So loads of Emirates FA Cup stuff going on. But how about the Carabao Cup, which returns, of course, next Tuesday live on Realltom Football. I will not be here for Chelsea against Arsenal of either leg, but we love the Carabao Cup on this channel, and we can't wait to bring you Newcastle against Manchester City, which is kicking off for you at 8 o'clock on Tuesday night. Here is not your promo because my StreamYard has conveniently just froze there. Oh, how convenient, StreamYard. Right, okay. Well, StreamYard decided to freeze on me there. No worries at all. But what we will do is we'll get you through to your team news and your match information. So over we go to Flash Score, where we can take a further delve into that information, and I will get that promo out for you at half time. That is one thing for sure, because I didn't quite have the time due to being snowed in yesterday to get a FA Cup customized promo for you. But of course, we have plenty of promos available for the Carabao Cup, Premier League and Champions League, so there is plenty of that to be shared around. Goal, says Fraser. Let's have a look at SoberScore. It is 3-2, and it's Harvey Barnes. Of course it is. 118. Could that be enough for Newcastle to topple Bournemouth in yet another goal thriller at St James's Park? 4-3, of course, in one of the most extraordinary games of football, the polar opposite of the reverse fixture, which was a 0-0 draw, which put you to sleep in midweek in the Premier League. Now 3-2 up against Bournemouth. Bournemouth, of course, had a 2-1 lead in that game, but extra time. Could that be enough for Newcastle? We will find out very shortly indeed. And, of course, we will see Newcastle live and direct in the Carabao Cup on Tuesday as they take on Manchester City. So earlier then, one of the most startling results, but exciting results in FA Cup history as as Palace were beaten 2-1 by Macclesfield. What an incredible story that is. And they are in the draw by some absolutely miracle. And, of course, we will keep you posted on the AFCON, of course, a little bit later on. Nigeria, 14 minutes to go now in their game as they have a 2-0 lead over Algeria in the AFCON. And I believe coverage will be on 4-7 for you. Quick check on League One's results for you as Luton and Stockport both got home wins. 2-1 over Stevenage for Luton and a 1-0 win at home to Huddersfield Town for Stockport County. A 1-1 draw between Leyton Orient and Cardiff. Peterborough United beating Bolton Wanderers by 3-1. And in League Two, just the two games went ahead in the end, but a 2-0 win for Bromley away to Tranmere Rovers and Crewe Alexandra 1. Harrogate Town 1 was the final score at the Mornflake Stadium. And may he rest in peace indeed. That was for him. That was tremendous. The scenes there were quite beautiful. I have to say, I really enjoyed that in the end. I mean, I'm not going to lie about it. And oh my word, it's 3-3. We have to pause. We have to pause because it's absolute mayhem at St James's Park. Once again, Harvey Barnes thought he was the hero. But no, I hear you cry. It is level again. It's Tavernier. It's 3-3. It's extraordinary. It's going to be a penalty shootout. And we will keep you updated on every single second of that. In fact, I am actually going to leave that on your screen for you so you can see that as it goes along because I'm nice like that. And I'm going to open up a new page because it is just wow. Again at St James's. Again, people. And Fraser can't believe it, but it is believable, though. I predicted 2-2, got the correct score in 90 minutes on Super 6. It's 3-3. All you need now is Ian Crocker on commentary. Oh, my word. It was amazing. I swear. Oh. Just a reminder, though, before we do find out the full unveiling of Newcastle against Bournemouth. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5:45 kickoffs in the Emirates FA Cup. Bristol City against Watford, Cambridge United against Birmingham City, Grimsby Town against Weston-super-Mare. But of course, Tottenham against Villa is where our focus is. Craig Pawson is going to be the referee for this one, as indicated so kindly by the commentary up there. Much appreciated that. We don't need to hear much more of the details because we know an awful lot about Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa. But let's move into our teams, who are Guglielmo Vicario in goal, a back four today of Ben Davies, who of course scored a goal for Spurs. I think it was against Bournemouth, was it? I don't know. Mickey van der Ven playing in the back four alongside Kevin Danso, Ben Davies and Pedro Porro. Then your midfield is split into two parts, seeing your defensive two of Archie Gray and João Palhinha behind the attacking midfield three of Matthias Tell, Xavi Simons and Wilson Odobert. Then low striker is Richarlison. On the bench for Tottenham is Byfield, Radu Dragusin, Antonin Kinski, Randall Colomwani, Dane Scarlett, Dominic Solanke, Jed Spence, Destiny Doggy, and Williams Barnett for Thomas Frank's men. Just as well, Tottenham are basically doing what Arsenal do. They are wearing a kit, which we would normally wear, but we aren't this year. We are not wearing our No More Red shirt this year. That has now been cancelled off by us, but Spurs appear to be wearing a kit that does not have any red or navy on it. It's an all-white kit. I did hear Reshbin Chowdhury on TNT say something about that, but I would like to know more details because Tottenham appear to be being copycats right now. For now, though, we're back into the teams where Marco Bizzo begins in goal for Aston Villa. Back four is Matty Cash, Ezri Konsa, Pau Torres, and Ian Martson playing behind a midfield which is split into two parts, single defensive two of Bogada and Boubacar Kamara behind the attacking three of John McGinn, Morgan Rogers, and Emi Buendia. Then lone striker of choice is Donyell Marlon as opposed to Ollie Watkins on the bench, though is Ollie Watkins alongside Lucadinha, Garcia, Hemmings, Victor Lindelof, Tyrone Mings, Jadon Sancho, Yuri Tielemans, and Wright. So those are your Tottenham against Aston Villa teams. And just before I do turn this away from you, it is actually a break, by the way, for the Newcastle Bournemouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove that from your screen for a split second. I won't bring back the overlay until that game is finished because I understand that that is quite an important game, really. These two love a good fight, actually. And obviously, we love a good penalty shootout, don't we? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I will bring that back to your screens once the break is over and the penalty shootout is underway. So you guys can keep a full eye on that. And Fraser has told me about a 125 anniversary kit. Okay, so it's a 1901 kit, is it? Right. Well, it's good to know that Spurs aren't copycatting us because that would cause some trouble. Yeah, I mean, look, I do appreciate the no more red initiative by Arsenal, but the kit needs to be adjusted. I think most certainly, I'm in favour of us not wearing a white kit. I would find it to be a case of rethinking the campaign, keeping the cause highly at the priority order, but creating a better kit to celebrate and help that cause in the Emirates FA Cup third round. I've just been told that there is no VAR in operation for this game, which is unusual, but we are back, folks, for the penalty shootout. So I'm going to bring that back to your screens as you can keep an eye for yourselves on Newcastle 3, Bournemouth 3, now underway on penalties, guys. So I'm going to zoom in on that for you. A zoom. There you go. You can keep an eye on that whilst proceedings get underway at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and there will be a moment's respect here. In honour of somebody. That somebody I yet don't know. It's going to be a minute's applause anyway, so I don't have to stay silent, but I will give a light applause. Obviously, it's Tottenham, so I'm not that fond, but obviously we do like to be respectful here on Realltom Football. And it is Martin Chivers here who has died. He was born in 1945 and has died recently in 2026. And he is the person that the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is paying respect to here on this Emirates FA Cup third round occasion. And on behalf of Realltom Football, in respect of him and him only, may he rest in peace. This would be such a good time for the Carabao Cup promo. No, seriously, rest in peace, matey Martin Chivers. We still aren't quite underway with the penalties yet, I don't think, with the Newcastle. But has Voltemada missed? Oh. Well, let's head over to the commentary. And yes, I can see it there. Nick Voltemada has missed the penalty. His effort crashes the crossbar. And apparently Bournemouth have just missed. Yep, Evanilty failed to take a penalty shot. So, 2 penalties taken, 1 each. And we are still goalless there. Whilst that continues, it is time to get us kicked off here. Tottenham against Aston Villa. And we are underway. We will keep our eyes, though, on that penalty shootout going on at Newcastle Bournemouth. Obviously, there isn't coverage available because it's in the 3 p.m. blackout. But Flash Score is doing a good job at giving us the updates. And Fraser, too, of course. How could we forget our wonderful Fraser? Might be an early chance here for Marlon to get in a position to cause trouble. And Bruno Guimaraes has been unsuccessful with his poor penalty attempt, which means that it is still goalless. It is now 2 missed by Newcastle, 1 by Bournemouth. And if Bournemouth can score the next, they do have the advantage. And just a full in detail update here, almost an upgrade really on the commentary. Bruno Guimaraes for Newcastle fails to beat the goalkeeper from the penalty spot with a shot into the middle of the goal. George Petrovic anticipates his intention perfectly, though, and just stays where he is to stop his effort. And it's a goal. It's for Lewis Cook, and Bournemouth do strike first in the shootout after 3 straight misses. The 4th penalty is put away, which means it's advantage Bournemouth in the shootout. 4 taken, 1-0 Bournemouth, 3 more to go each. Who is going to go through? It's not one. So what? No. No. Oh. Am I missing something? It's right. Sorry. Right. Okay. 2 scored. Right. 2 scored. Sorry. Yeah. No, Fraser's. Who cares? Advantage Bournemouth. Tonali scores, though. It's level on pens. And it's now 2-2 on penalties. Again, though, the advantage is with Bournemouth. I do. God, you must think about... Oh, well, that is a wasted penalty kick by Alejandro Jimenez from Bournemouth. In fact, it was a save penalty with an upgraded update once again from Fast Score. And it was very comfortable for Ramsdale. Some poor penalties at the at St James's by the sounds of it. And so Bournemouth blow their advantage in that penalty shootout. We'll see what the next update is. Joelinton has slotted it home, and the advantage for Bournemouth is gone because Joelinton levels it all up. We are back into the deadlock in this penalty shootout. Yeah, you don't doubt Joelinton, do you really? Joelinton's probably the one guy in that Newcastle team that I wouldn't doubt would score a penalty, actually. I think, yeah. We're about 5 minutes in, by the way, Tottenham Villa. I am keeping an eye on it, and if there is a goal, we'll say bye-bye to that, and we'll move it. Yeah, Fraser's going to keep us with the score. 5 taken, so yeah, we're now on to, 5 taken each? I don't know. I think it's 2 missed each in it, something like that. Mr. B. Harry has joined us. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard to Ashik. Okay, latest one is for you. Sinetti scores on a penalty spot after firing the ball into the bottom left corner and gives Aaron Ramsdale no chance. So currently, Bournemouth advantage, only though if Newcastle do not convert their next. And I don't know, Fraser, if we're now into sudden death, are we? Yes, thank you. So sudden death here. So forget the advantage. But Lewis Hall, make sure that sudden death is not coming in the way of Newcastle because he puts the ball into the top right corner past the outstretched arm of George Petrovic to keep scores deadlocked and reapply the pressure to Bournemouth. I did tell you, by the way, as well, this would be unideal for Newcastle, didn't I? I said it. Now, this is going to really test Newcastle squad-wise on Tuesday against Man City. I did say on Thursday, I think it was, maybe just give up on this game, but, well, there you go. James Hill, by the way, has just scored for Bournemouth, and it's 4-4. Thank you, Fraser, for that update. And it was coolly slotted in. And we are still into sudden death with this one. Yes, we will most certainly take a look at half-time at what is coming up tomorrow. Just the one FA Cup tie, though, on Realltom Football, as I promised you that we would bring you the Spanish Super Copa final if it was Real Madrid and Barcelona who were up against each other. And indeed, that is the case. So it will be the Spanish Super Copa final, which is our evening slot. Latest scorer on the penalty shootout is Lewis Miley. And we go on with 5-4 the score. Thank you, Fraser. And yes, with that wonderful gap in time as well, because obviously the Spanish Super Copa final is later in the day tomorrow, I will be able to deliver you a fan cam after the Portsmouth Arsenal game and everything like that. So, all sweet. Bear in mind, because I got snowed in on Friday, I have no graphics of the FA Cup. I am genuinely sorry about that. I can't do much about it. If I am at home, I will sleep. Five all, and it is Lewis Miley. No, there we go. Update. Adrian Truffert, who brilliantly No, change text. Steps up and confidently directs the penalty into the left-hand side of the goal. And 5-5 still in sudden death. 6-5, whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna wait a little bit because obviously there is a little bit of a in trust. You know what I mean? We don't just do that straight away, but if you show loyalty and you are not causing any mayhem and we can trust you, then yes, we'll give you the mod. But, you know, I don't just give it out straight away. It's not a given that you'll get mod. Harvey Barnes, the latest scorer for Newcastle. No doubt in my head that Barnes would score, and it is. Now, Fraser, 6-5, 7-5, what? No, it can't be 7-5. It'd be done. 6-6. Waiting for the next update. It is goalless in the first 10 minutes between these two. And is that Adam Smith, who's just scored for Bournemouth? It is, which means it's 7-6 to them. And he runs up to the ball, stops and waits for Aaron Ramsdale to commit before slotting the penalty into the bottom right corner. Great penalty, that sounds like, from Adam Smith. And Bournemouth with the advantage. I'm being told Smith. Oh, Tiao. Just listen to Fraser on the scores. Just don't pay attention to what I say on the score. Just listen to my reading and listen and read Fraser basically. Malik Tiao though has scored the latest and still go on his sudden death. Fraser's calling a save, and it's done. It's done. You would imagine it's all over. And whilst Newcastle survive against Bournemouth, it will be unideal for the fact they have got a huge Carabao Cup tie, where, in my opinion, they're required to win by 2 or more against Manchester City to even have a chance at surviving in the second leg at Etihad Stadium. So, whilst that is a big result tonight for Newcastle, I think that's going to cause some damage in midweek. But it finishes the way of Newcastle as they knock out Bournemouth by sudden death. Remember, though, it was Harvey Barnes with a penalty to rescue it for them for 2-2 in normal time. So we've got 12 minutes on our clock. We're now in the 13th minute. I can do that for you, yes. And Sky Sports conveniently now just providing that update as well on the Newcastle game. But Matty Cash, 13th minute with a Aston Villa corner in towards Concert, followed up by McGinn, and that is Vicario's claim. Here's the counter from Spurs with Matthias Tel. And Matthias Tel again looking to feed It's a poor ball. Richarlison, great run. Got to be a better ball from Matthias Tel. More conviction. One back there, though. No foul. Onabur with a strike. Got the power behind it, but straight at the goalkeeper, Marco Bizot. For Aston Villa tonight, as opposed to Emiliano Martinez. Again, that is another team who are resting players without much need because there's no midweek action for Villa or Spurs. Next week in midweek in the Carabao Cup, only Arsenal, Manchester City, Newcastle and Chelsea are really able to actually say, I did just say that I would do at some point, yes. But yeah, only really the teams playing in the Carabao Cup in midweek really should be feeling the right to over-rest players, because I mean, if you've got an easy tie as well, you want to make sure you've got your best team available for, you know, your big Carabao Cup tie, because obviously this is the third round of the FA Cup, and obviously we are at semi-final stages in the Carabao Cup, so you can understand that Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City and Newcastle would feel the right to rest players. And that's Gray's delivery. It goes all the way through to Matthias Tell, trying to cut in, and they've lost the ball. Well, I just want to check on the result for Brummie and Bristol, because I've got a price boost tonight, which is Tottenham, Bristol and Birmingham all to win. I didn't see Birmingham's score initially. Now, I know they're EFL Championship, but there isn't Championship, is there? Or are they playing something else? Is that it's a Saturday one? Let's just try and solve the here. Yeah, I see it. 5:45, Birmingham are playing now. And so too are Bristol, who lead Watford early on. And it's Emil Jakobsen with that opening goal. So Bristol are ahead against Watford in an all-championship occasion. And Bristol City do lead Watford nice and early in the FA Cup. So that is 1-0 Bristol. 2 minutes into that 5:45 kickoff. A bit of a late goal flash. Apologies for that. I can't. So let's get goal alerts on then for Bristol, Watford, Cambridge, Birmingham, and Grimsby against Western-super-Mare. Ben Davies got round the back. Oh, by the way, as well, I forgot all about this with the Macclesfield Palace game, but we did have a nice big monster tonight. There is also Coca-Cola on hand if I need it. But yeah, I enjoyed that that coverage of the Macclesfield game, and I enjoyed the sass of Jules Breach, really, because I'll tell you what she said. They were going on to advertising what else is on TNT Sports, and she just jokingly said, well, I don't think she jokingly said, to be honest with you, I couldn't give a stuff about all that. All I care about is this right now. Fair play to her. She probably got a rollicking from her producers, but I don't. Fair play. Fair enough. Fair enough. This match, I think, is also on TNT Sports 2 HD, is it? It is. So, yeah, the strangeness of TNT's broadcasting choices for the Emirates FA Cup. Yeah, 2 HD as well, guys. So, 2 channels for one game. Make it make sense. Not really something Sky would do. Oh, well. Why do you think that? To be honest with you, I just think TNT need to better assert themselves to accommodate people like me. But then again, like I said, I mean, for me, the FA Cup is always just one of those where I will just do it when I can. Because obviously I like to be a person who is involved heavily with FA Cup attendances and all that shit. So, you know. Yeah, but that's the thing, I can't. Not with the extras, I can't. But it's not a problem in this case, I suppose, because obviously I would have liked to watch Everton today, but I got to watch Macclesfield instead. Hull. I've been to Ewood Park. It's a shithole. You're asking the wrong guy, mate, because I didn't get them quickly. I've been in the business for a long time. I think Fraser enjoyed me. Honestly, quite possibly, quite possibly the worst match I've ever attended. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. That was truthfully awful. I was freezing cold. There was no match day programs. The sky was grey. The ground just had no excitement about it. I'm so sorry, but that is quite possibly the worst game I've ever attended neutrally. Oh, Emi Buendia, what a finish. Thunderbolt by Buendia. I would not like you to say that Arsenal were better, because I have disagreements on that. I do believe Liverpool most certainly in the second half were the better team. I do not believe that Arsenal deserve any praise for that performance in the second half against Liverpool. So whilst you are contributing to a debate, I do not appreciate it. And I couldn't disagree more. I love my club, but I couldn't disagree more. The complacency on display from Arsenal on Thursday was despicable. Martin, big up to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome on. I'm not being funny. The MKM Stadium looks good. A lot better than any of the Championship stadiums right now. I like their stadium. I don't mind Hull. Good club. Premier League contender. Sorry, but I have judged Blackburn Rovers. What is to like? End of story. Blackburn Rovers have quite possibly got the worst stadium, all bar Wrexham, right now in the Championship. Liam Rosinia. Like, yeah, I made my judgment last February, in the 4th round. Fair play to Wolves. They were the only team playing. I'll tell you a ground that's better than Ewood. I honestly, my favourite ground that I attended neutrally last year was Carrow Road. And by the way, just for reference, when I attend Nottingham Forest, I am not a neutral. So any games that I attend for Forest are not considered neutral. They don't count. So yeah, my favourite was Carrow Road. That ground is almost perfect, really. I mean, it's a lovely little ground. It's an absolute perfect location. It's a good city. That was my favourite last year by an absolute mile. And the worst, Ewood Park. Honestly, all I could think about it was sad. All I could think about was home. When was home time is all I could think about in that ground. I sat through the full 90, but all my days, all I could think about was when was home time. It was freezing in there. Freezing. I had no programme to read. Nothing. Oh, it was... I would go back to Ewood Park, but it would be circumstances where I would need to be convinced. To me, what? Oh, sorry, Fraser. I missed this one. Quite possibly. Yeah, no, Ewood Park. The ground is a shithole. The ground is a genuine shithole. I can't sugarcoat it for you. Turf Moor is better than Ewood Park. I've judged both. Turf Moor is better. Turf Moor is quite atmospherical. Yeah, it's good. I have made judgments of both of those stadiums. The only one I haven't made around that area is Preston, as of yet. I haven't done Deepdale yet, but I can tell you right now, Turf Moor is way better than Ewood Park. Location-wise, it was freezing cold. The sky was grey. The stadium looked grey. There was no programmes. It just wasn't very nice. And honestly, that really brought down a truthfully remarkable weekend for me, because obviously the day before I'd been to Goodison for what was going to be my only time. Well, Pride Park's not much better. I think it's quite boring. Pride Park, again, no match day programmes at all. So that is always going to be a bad mark from me. I would sneak Pride Park, but only because location-wise it's better. Oh dear. If I was to go City Ground against Pride Park, it would be City Ground as well, just for reference. I think the City Ground is a remarkable ground. I think it's just steeped with history. The ground is in such a beautiful location, if I'm honest with you, right by the River Trent. The fans are brilliant there. I think it's a stonewall comparison when you put Forest's ground against Derby's ground. Birmingham have the lead against Cambridge United. Right. Okay. Well, if I ever am to visit Pride Park again, which is unlikely, I will have to scale the whole ground to try and find it. And I have to say that one stall for match day programs is poor. Yes. Now, yes. This is one thing about Pride Park, yes. I forgot about that. I actually have don't mind me with the huge canvas, but I actually have met Gary Neville in Pride Park before. Very long time ago now, 3-4 years ago, but that's one thing. So yeah. I know. That canvas ain't going nowhere ever, though. Like, you have to realise that canvas is going. This canvas will never go anywhere because I've lost the photo digitally. No, and you see, if I ever do get to work with Sky, I can just use this to wind up Jamie Carragher because I will never ever make this effort to meet Jamie Carragher. Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. Couldn't disagree more. I beg your pardon. I don't support Man United. Never have done, never will do. Okay. No. Stop doing the seize ups. No. That was I've always liked Gary Neville, to be fair. Not gonna lie about it. I've always hated Jamie Carragher. I will never, ever go to that effort to meet you. Like I say, I will never acknowledge Jamie Carragher in my life. Like, if I come face to face with him, it will be a case of blank, gone, ignored. Same goes for Micah Richards as well. Yeah. Pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie. So, hard pass. I don't want half of your sig. Besides which, where's the satisfactory in half a sig? I'm not. Oh dear. So 10 minutes to go in the first half here between these two teams. Yeah. All right, so not long to go now before half time in this one. Goal for Bristol. And it's 2-0 against Watford for them. Just waiting the goal scorer confirmation for you before I proceed to give you that goal alert. And it is Anis Mehmeti who gets the goal for Bristol, who lead 2-0. So tomorrow, just whilst we endure this rather bore fest, we have got two live pieces of action for you tomorrow. We are going to start you off 2 o'clock, Portsmouth against Arsenal. I will be here for that one. I have also, by the way, people decided as well. I've made this decision this afternoon to, with regret, cancel my trip to Elland Road. And it is down to finances. But I have got the two Chelseas, so because I don't feel like it's worth wasting the money on it, and I think Leeds will stay up. So I don't think it's necessary for me to do that. So on this one-off occasion, I will be breaking my own rules of attending 3 PMs. I will not be going to that one. I think there's bigger fish to fry. Sadly, I think Wolves will go down, and I would rather keep the money available to purchase tickets to Molineux instead. But it's not like I'm not doing something big already. There will be no Man United Brighton live on Realltom Football, I'm afraid, because we are doing the Spanish Super Copa final for you. And that is down to the fact that Real Madrid qualified to play Barcelona in the final. I told you all, if it was Barca against Real Madrid, we would be doing the Spanish Super Copa final. So Spanish Super Copa final will be what we bring you in the evening. Goal for Grimsby. No can do. We will be back for Emirates FA Cup action, though, one more time on Monday Night Football, where we see Liverpool take on Barnsley, and we'll also be live for the draw as well. Meanwhile, Charles Vernon has made it 1-0 Grimsby. And they are against Weston-super-Mare. So Weston-super-Mare 1-0 down against Grimsby Town. Is that goal alert for you? I'm sorry, but I stick to my promises, you know? Like, I've just made a rule break. But like I said, it's for good cause, because Sunderland at home, you know, it's all about, I mean, look, you've got the 2 cups to cater for. Once that's gone, because the Carabao Cup is nearly over, I've got the 2 cups to cater for, and I've got to think about the 4th round. So that's why I've cancelled Leeds. Phrase. Phrase. Second goal, Birmingham City against Cambridge United. 2-0 leaders. And that is Kyogo Furuhashi, who has put in that second for Birmingham. 2-0 up, they lead. Oh, it's a chance here for Tottenham. And level. Oh, not going to count offside. You're on like, what? A million? No, you're 73. Sorry, Fred. I did. No, 73.1k. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so Leeds away for me is cancelled, and that is probably going to be the only time this year that I will break the 3 p.m. blackout rule as well. There will also be a fan cam after that as well. But yeah, I will be back in the stands for the Sunderland game. And of course, Chelsea at home in the Carabao Cup. So yeah, that one is going to be a final decision by me. Unless I win the Super 6 jackpot. Yeah, in that case, I will have a look at that TikTok later. I will star that as well. So yeah. I will be giving you my full update as well on what is, of course, coming up. After tomorrow's game against Portsmouth, I will be back in the stands. Arsenal-wise, I will be on my way for our clash at Chelsea, of course. Still 1-0 Villa, by the way. Disallowed goal for Spurs. We're about to hit half-time, or 45 minutes at least on the clock. Well, there is 5 minutes of added time. That is quite a big sum. So 1-0 Villa lead. 5 minutes, though, to hold on to it if they're going to take that to half-time. It is largely going the way of Villa in terms of the forward play, the momentum of play. A lot of the players going towards Guglielmo Vicario, of course. Tottenham need to fix it. That's a cutback. McGinn, Daniel Marlon. McGinn, scoops it. Good idea. Comfortable claim for Vicario. Not great, is it? You did. But I also said to you, though, that may be a huge blow for you against Manchester City now, because you've had extra time, and it's a lot of energy wasted in those players of yours, and I would now be concerned for you again. Oh, Rodgers 2-0. It's the worst outcome for Spurs. But somewhere in the YouTube world or the big up world, there will be a Josh Ring celebrating that second goal as Villa go 2-up before the break. And Marlon plays that little ball inside. Rodgers just takes a couple of steps across to the left, has the ball under control, and he picks his time to shoot. And what a cool finish by a man who's been in form. I'm not really sure, Kate and Jonathan, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't pay that much attention anymore. But I know for a fact that he's still on YouTube. I mean, the best person probably to ask is Fraser, I would say, in this scenario, because I know that Fraser keeps an eye on all of us, really, to make sure we're all in check. Fraser's kind of the security guard, really, of the YouTubers. Yeah, Villa vibes, was it, or something? No. Well, that's why I'm going to get your help, most certainly, in rebranding the channel at the end of the season, of course. In case you aren't already aware, we did announce some time ago that at the end of this Premier League season, I will be rebranding Realltom Football into 3 channels. And like I say, next season will be the year, really, for this channel. This, you know what I mean? Whilst it's a disappointment for me to have to cancel that Leeds trip, next year, things like that will become less. But unfortunately, and it's purely down to where that Chelsea games fell in, really. The away game to Chelsea. Had those 2 fixtures been the other way around, it would have been a different story. But FA Cup-wise, 2-0 Villa going into the break. And I think it's time for a quick break for me. But, folks, I'm going to have a quick drinks break. When we come back from that drinks break, I will be here to bring you some analysis on what is going on in the Emirates FA Cup third round, where the 5:45 kickoffs are currently hitting their half times, already at half time. Half time score, though, between these 2 teams. Sorry, half time score between these 2 teams is currently Tottenham Hotspur 0, Villa 2. Disappointing first half, but for Villa's point of view, fully in charge. Work to do for Spurs at home. How will Manchester City fare, though, in the Carabao Cup against Newcastle on Tuesday? So, Carabao Cup returns to Realltom Football on Tuesday. Newcastle against Manchester City. All the build-up is from 7:45 for that 8 o'clock kickoff. The competition that we all love on Realltom Football, and the competition which most certainly gets a bit too much love on this channel, should we say, really, delivers you Newcastle against Manchester City before I take my trip to Stamford Bridge on Wednesday. The build-up, once again, is from 7:45. Can Newcastle topple City in the first leg and get themselves that all-important 2-goal advantage, which may just be enough to see them through at the Etihad? Yes, green most certainly is the colour that suits this channel. Carabao Cup wise, I can't say that I give the FA Cup too much love on this channel. I'm not going to lie about it, but there you go. I was trying to give it love as well. Like I say, you would have had, you know, different graphics had I had a bit more time. But sadly, the snow fell on Thursday night. Beautiful, but I knew the consequences. I would not have been able to get into the right mindset at home to be creative like that. That's why I always go to the library and do it. Because when I go to the library, my creative head's on. It's crazy, but it's true. This is more kind of my chill pad, if you know what I mean, really. My chill pad. So yeah, I apologise that the FA Cup hasn't had much love from me. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's ridiculous. The Carabao Cup's got, I mean, but bear in mind, you do understand why I gave the Carabao Cup its own song. You see, I am in love with the song Run Boy Run. But no matter how hard I try, I can't get through to Wood Kids copyright team. It bitterly frustrates me. So that's the reason why I gave it its own song. I made ChatGPT find me a song that would match Run Boy Run in the best possible way. And yes, I could give the FA Cup Run Boy Run, you're right. But again, Wood Kids copyright team are uncontactable. And it bitterly frustrates me. It bitterly frustrates me. Because that song is iconic. And everybody here knows it. So I mean, can I just say it? The FA Cup does not help itself. The FA Cup's graphics team compared to the Carabao Cups is truthfully shit. I have to say it. Like I say, I just don't have the resources to give the FA Cup more love. It's frustrating. Yep. Well done to them. Very, very exciting. They aren't in the Carabao Cup, though. The Carabao Cup more than likely will belong to Arsenal at the end of this season. We only hope and pray as Arsenal fans. Stamford Bridge is the place where I will be trotting into next on my travels. And whilst Elland Road is cancelled, I mean, that is a big away day for me to have. The fact that my second away day as an Arsenal fan is at Stamford Bridge is ridiculous. But it is fact. See you tomorrow, mate. Have a good one. But I am excited for Wednesday. I'm excited to get into it. You know what I mean? It's a big London derby that I'm getting myself into. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would probably agree with you there. But no, it's exciting. I am genuinely excited for Wednesday. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's just going to be great. But yeah, I mean, look, whilst I've cancelled Elland Road, circumstantially, they stay up. The Wolves don't. So theoretically, it's better to go to Wolves this year, right? By the way, I'm worth it. I'm not going to lie about it to you. Molineux is worth paying the money to go to. Molineux is a good ground. In a very good position. It's very good for fans travelling. I would not be missing the opportunity for... I can't see a world now where Leeds go down. For me... Oh, God. Can you all see me still? I hope you can. Chrome's done its little for me. I hope you can still see me. I'm dreadfully sorry that this is now happening. Yeah, it's not happening. Okay, this is really, really awkward now. I'm going to have to switch over to Edge. Okay, this is really, really awkward now. I'm going to have to switch over to Edge. I'm just making sure that you can still see me and hear me. By the way, if you can hear the echoes, and it sounds like you can, which is fantastic. You may just experience a slight jiggle in the old coverage because I am going to have to switch over to Microsoft Edge. Chrome has done it again. That is the downside of having a Windows computer, I suppose. It doesn't like Chrome that much, but I'm glad that you can all still hopefully hear me loud and clear. But big up to you all. I can see the chat. I just can't pin anything to the screen. I am looking rather freezing. That's because Chrome is having a moment, which is frustrating, of course, for me. But we are on our way back into the studio on hope for you all. If you just bear with me, I am trying to close down Chrome now, so you may experience me potentially leaving you for a split second, but it will be a case of I will be back on your screens ASAP, and only I can hope. This is Realltom Football. We are live on StreamYard, and once again, I do apologise for the fact that you may not be able to see or hear me, and we do apologise for this major technical difficulty which is affecting us right now. I don't know if you can still hear it's so currently the major technical difficulty is sitting with the fact that because Chrome is frozen and using my camera, I cannot give it I basically I cannot edit it, which is this is so. In fact, what I have to do is I'm gonna have to reset the laptop. So yeah, I am completely frozen. I can't do anything right now. I'm gonna have to force reset the laptop. So in terms of it switching off, because Chrome is having a paddy. Onions on my phone now. Echoing for a split second, but I'm going to try and force the laptop to restart itself in the way that. So yeah, we're going to just say shut down, and hopefully we will be back on your screens soon. If you can hear me loud and clear, just give me a chat. I can now access you back on StreamYard. By the way, there has been a goal there for Grimsby as they a goal there conceded by Grimsby. It is all level pegging between them and Western-super-Mare Luke Colson with that goal in the Emirates FA Cup. We are proceeding to get the laptop back to its working order. We will not be using Chrome for the rest of the stream. We apologise for any technical difficulties that may have been experienced for my viewership during this watch along. And once again, I can only apologise. We are just getting the laptop back, loading up now. Our second half is about to get underway. Between these two, that goal, by the way, has been ruled out for Western. 1-0 still to Grimsby Town in the Emirates FA Cup, so no goal there. We are just getting the laptop now back on and working. The screen is about to come on to the home screen, so any minute now we should be back on your screens and ready to rock and roll. Okay, folks, we are ready to restart. 1, 2, 3, ready to restart on the laptop, ready to restart. Okay, leaving the phone now. There'll be a slight second, there'll be a slight pause in your audio of me as we do turn off the phone to prevent any echoing as I enter through the laptop. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you for your patience there, folks. Sorry about that technical difficulty that we have experienced here. It is Google Chrome that's the fault for that. And I don't know why it happens, but it does happen. Hugely frustrating for me, of course, but I have to calmly swivel my way out of that one. So yeah, much appreciated for your patience there. And I do apologize once again for any issue that may have affected your viewing experience during that period of difficulty for my technical devices. And I can see Fraser saying, no worries there. Yeah, we're back. Hopefully nicely in quality as well for you all now. Spurs 0 Villa 2 is the score. Folks, yeah, I've completely lost my train of thought now. But the game is back underway at its score of 2-0 into the second half here. And is there a route back in for Spurs is the question that we now ponder upon and ask ourselves. And a reminder for you all tomorrow that it is organised mind. It wasn't my mind that needed to be organised there, mate. It was the laptop. My room is organised on this side. That side it is not. I'm not going to change that just yet, but at some point I will. But no, my mind just does. My mind is not creative. I understand where that quote's coming from. But yeah, we well, you are probably quoting me on the fact that I said that my creative mind does not kick in when I'm in this room because of it being my sort of relax pad. Yeah, no matter how organised the room is, that won't change. I am more organised when I'm out and about. It's just the way I am. As well, still to come in the Emirates FA Cup tonight, because TNT have posted 16 minutes ago on YouTube. Liam Rosinia says he's ready to lead Chelsea and prove himself to the fans. Charlton Athletic are Chelsea's opponents tonight, and that, of course, is Chelsea's game pre to my visit to Stamford Bridge. Probably a one-off exclusive Stamford Bridge visit for me. And if I'm honest with you, I am gutted that I've not got my vlogging camera yet to take you to Stamford Bridge with me, but we don't stress. Yes, Egypt are kicking off in 4 minutes' time, and if you do want to give it a watch, that one will be available for you on 4E4, not 4-7, E4 and all four, and then it is a 8 o'clock kickoff. Only available on TNT Sports. No coverage from the BBC when Charlton take on Chelsea at 8. And just a heads up into tomorrow, where we have got a 12 o'clock kickoff or 2. And the main 12 o'clock kickoff is going to be Derby County as they take on Leeds. That one is on TNT Sports. Is it? Yeah, there it is. TNT Sports 2 HD only. Discovery Plus, no coverage on the BBC for that one. 2 o'clocks. You can watch Dundee against Hearts in the Scottish Premiership on Sky, but we'll be focusing on TNT Sports 1 and Ultimate for Portsmouth Arsenal. 2:30 kickoffs on Extra. Baller League is also in its final stages on the Copper Box Arena in London at 3. 4:30 for Aberdeen against Rangers on Sky, or Man United Brighton on TNT in the Emirates FA Cup. Our focus, though, will be turning to 7 o'clock when Barcelona take on Real Madrid in that Spanish Supercopa final, live on TNT Sports 1 and TNT Sports 4. E4 for the Egypt. E4. E4 and the Channel 4 Sport YouTube chat. No, I think it was E4 and all 4. Oh, Xabi Simon's effort. And Marco Bizarre tested. So yeah, mixed bag for you all. And we have got one more game for you as well on Monday, when we take our viewership to Liverpool as they take on Barnsley, which is a 7:45 kickoff on Monday. So slightly early start for you all at 7:30 for that one. And on Tuesday, it is the Carabao Cup's return, which we are so excited for on here, for one last round of fixtures, really now. The semi-finals and the final, all getting exciting, all getting big. ITV1, ITVX, STV, STV Player for Newcastle, Man City, and of course Sky Football, Sky Main Event as well. And then it is my big moment where I get to step foot into Stamford Bridge as an away fan for Arsenal. One-off occasion for you, really, at 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. And our return to football will be on Friday after that. As we are going to view Leicester against West Brom, or anything else that comes up. And they have scored one back. And Onabur scores it. One separates them. Well, there you go. There is life in Spurs. What a finish by Wilson on the Burt. Colomwani, a huge player, and Simon's trying to equalise. And we might have a game on our hands now. I can. So, yeah, Friday night for you then. West Brom against Middlesbrough, as I was saying, is the current choice. And we will be live for that one no matter what. Unless, of course, there is a change into my schedule. And on Saturday, Premier League action returns with a bang. And it is a trip to Nottingham Forest for us. At City Ground, 5:30. But a big Saturday ahead. There will be no 3 o'clock focus, with the Manchester derby being at 12:30 on Saturday, live on Sky. So there will be no 3 o'clock focus because of that Manchester derby being placed there. We want enough time to be able to react to it. So no 3 o'clock focus next Saturday for you, with the Manchester derby in mind. Forest Arsenal at 5:30. And then it is a quiet Super Sunday next weekend with Wolves against Newcastle and Villa Everton. Monday, it's Brighton against Bournemouth, but I didn't have them as a contender. Macclesfield for the cup, eh? There's been a goal for Egypt, apparently, according to Fraser, in the Africa Cup of Nations. And indeed there has. They lead Ivory Coast by 1-0. Omar Mamouche with the goal for that one. Nigeria did beat Algeria 2-0. Akor Adams and Victor Osimhen with the 2 goals for Nigeria, which put them through. Are you? Very nice. Good. Enjoy that, Chelsea. Watch along. Which, of course, there will not be one of on Wednesday, as I am going to be, unfortunately, unavailable for that one, as I will actually be at the game. Which is something that does excite me. And Odobert might be exciting us here, as he was looking for his second of the night. But straight at Marco Bizon. I'm sure you can't. Well, obviously, on this occasion, it is the Carabao Cup that takes priority. And like I say, I think I've dodged a bullet there. The weather apparently is awful in Portsmouth. So, yeah, I am going to be glad to just watching that one at home. And then, yeah, obviously, Stamford. I'm just so excited. Yes. Yes, it does. It's probably my only opportunity to visit Stamford Bridge as an away fan. You do realise that. It's an opportunity I couldn't let up. It's an opportunity I couldn't let up. Probably, genuinely, my tickets to Stamford Bridge have been a steal. That wouldn't have been the case in the league. Yes. 150. That would have been 450 in the league. When you consider that I have to get them through a dealer. £300 off, mate. My dealer. The tickets are legit. £200. No. Perfectly legit deal. You know, there's no cryptocurrency or anything involved like that. It is just me taking my opportunities to go watch games. £200. There is chance because Fratton Park has a lower capacity than Stamford Bridge. So, there you go. Like I say, normally, outside of the Cup, Stamford Bridge is about 450 through my dealer. Because he gives me quotes all the time. And quite often I turn them down. Arslan, of course. I'm paying for away tickets. I'm being... That is why sometimes I have to just break the rules a bit that I set myself and why I've had to cancel my trip to Ellen Road. Because I'm paying to be a proper fan for Arsenal, not just one that hides behind a coat in the home end. So, no can do. No can do. If we get to the Carabao Cup final, then priorities will sit there. And I do not know. I can pick comments that I put on my screen, yes. Because we are powered by StreamYard, who allows us to do those types of things. Yeah, I'm sorry, Strafter, to break your heart, but it's just one of those cases where I have to be very, very just grit my teeth. Really, if we get to that cup final, there's no doubt that I will give everything to get a ticket. So, Lovely. Well, enjoy that one, mate. I hope you enjoy that. I really do. Ollie Watkins on the pitch for Villa. Also, bear in mind as well, I'm writing it right now. I am trying to meet a deadline as well. A deadline in which that means I've got to get my vlogging camera sorted by March. I've said it. I am trying to meet a deadline by getting the camera ready by March. So that is another thing I've got to juggle on top of everything else. So whilst you all think I'm just sat here making cancellations or refusals for nothing, it's actually not that. It's me, actually trying to be as loyal as I can to my club whilst staying balanced. So you can moan about it, but trust me, when that camera is here, you will see the content. It'll be worth it. I mean, would you rather me attend games without a camera and not provide you content, or would you rather me just make sure the camera arrives and then deliver you the content at vlogs? I think most people have the correct answer to that question. And whilst okay, it's for some people it's convenient to use your phone. This is an iPhone 12. An iPhone 12 which struggles. And I don't feel like an iPhone 12 is enough for me to provide you the correct content. Every decision I make is to future-proof the channel and make the rebrand in the summer the best rebrand we can get. I should. Priorities sit elsewhere at the minute. Because that phone will last me for as long as I need it to. It's not great, but it will last. It will survive. So the phone replacement can wait because I know the camera is more important in the now. That's what the summer's there for, because obviously in the months of the World Cup, I'll get financial reprieve. I will have that bonus money to be able to go back and get a new phone. Yeah, I don't, though. I have to balance the books very carefully. If I didn't balance the books, Wednesday would not happen for me. So there you go. I don't think I need to put it. I don't think I need to put it any more bluntly than that. And I don't regret me ramping up my attendance this year for Arsenal. Not one bit. I have never felt more connected to my club than now. You know, I find, you know what I mean, because I've started doing Prem games, I definitely feel more a part of the ground. No, I'm helping myself. Sadly, because of the size of our club and the policies of tickets, I wouldn't say the club benefit that much off me, but the support I can bring with the tickets that I do buy is absolutely there. I am loud, I am rowdy, I bring noise. So yes, I did. I do. And I will at the bridge. I have that pride. I have that opportunity to sing with pride at Stamford Bridge. And quite frankly, Elland Road and Fratton Park are not stadiums that I would be preparing to use as to go to in sacrifice for Arsenal at Chelsea. If I balanced the books better and I had won a jackpot, different story, I suppose. But, you know, again, you know what I mean? Where I am right now is in a very, very position with Arsenal. So I'm lucky, but you don't quite realise how much I have to balance the books. Oh, buen dia. Oh, it's off the line, I think. Off the line. Yeah, I put the same on Super 6. So, yeah, I would be happy for the game to stay like this now. I have backed Arsenal and Chelsea for 3-0 wins. Both. Yeah, both the same. 3-0 wins. No, you know what I mean? I've gone fairly equal with them. 3-0 win for Chelsea, 3-0 win for Arsenal. So, at 5-1 to Bristol City, they are battering Watford tonight. Exactly. I don't like breaking my own rules. You know what I mean? I've just made the announcement that I'm cancelling my trip to Elland Road. That's breaking my rules with the 3 PM thing. But at the end of the day, flipping Stamford Bridge comes over a 3 PM kickoff. In this case, I'm not going to turn down a 300 quid discount on a very, very precious Stamford Bridge ticket. Absolutely. So yeah, I don't like breaking up. What the thing is, no. So the deadline to get the money through for Elland Road is 23rd. I can't make that deadline. It's more. It's the same price as Burnley, but it's still not doable for me. as whereas I can go onto the ticket exchange, buy a ticket from any area of the Emirates Stadium, and then send it through to my dealer for that Sunderland game to get a seat in the clock end, which is where I do sit at the Emirates now. And that's another reason why I have that more deeper connection with the club. Because I can always make sure I'm in the clock end. The only exception was the 2 cup games, because obviously the clock is fully away fans. So yeah, anyways, let's stop pondering over that. But yeah, look. This season was a season of ramping up and progress. Next season will be the year where things come to fruition. And hopefully, my 3 channels under a rebrand will start bringing in the doula. The moolah. Show me the moolah. Show me the moolah. I love that advert. You got it. You got it. Show me the Carmoolah. Yeah, they do. And another thing I'd like to mention is as well, that Elland Road trip, it can always be done next season. I do not believe Leeds will go down. So I see it as, well, hang on a minute. I'm not going to get a vlog in for it. Waste of my money, right? And I get it. You'll all say the same thing about Chelsea, but you can't sit there waiting for Chelsea tickets to come up. I'm sorry, Chelsea Carabao Cup games to come up, can you? Well, I think that Leeds will stay up this season, and I think next season will be the opportunity. And by the way, you guys might not think it right now, but I have to take the steps now to make sure that all the things are in place for me to get to the Carabao Cup final if we get there. Because why do you think I set my deadline for the camera to March? The Carabao Cup final. See? I'm not stupid, you know. I'm not stupid, you know. Potentially missing out on my deadline for the camera because of a day out to Leeds, and then to not deliver you guys the Carabao Cup final in a vlog. That's the reality of it. So logistically, me making this decision could be the difference between, oh, hang on a minute, flags up, 2-2, but not going to count. So yeah, I'll leave it on that, but 11 minutes to go. I would appreciate the score staying this way. For Super 6, Clarky, good to see you. Welcome aboard to you. How you doing? Portsmouth Arsenal and the Spanish Super Cup final. Yep, those are the two that we've got for you live on the Realltom Football. (3-2) Grimsby against Weston-super-Mare. Simons, who was stumbling, and he's going to get a free kick. Craig Porter's going to award a yellow card here as well. We'll dish one out, I should say. More than an award. Not really a reward for a player to receive a yellow card. More of a penalty, but there you go. Craig Pawson producers. Craig Pawson dishes out. Nine minutes of normal time to go. Porro still over the free kick. Out of play. Danso was the man trying to get on the end of it. Danso, yeah, foul in the back of him by Tielemans. Or Watkins, free kick again. It's all Tottenham traffic, one-way traffic in a minute in favour of Tottenham. Now it's done for Pedro Porro. And on his place, Jed Spence. And then Onaba replaced by Dominic Solanke. That's a comfortable play from Bizot. Just trying to 726. Yeah, so that I'm just trying to calculate what's worth more. This price boost for over 3.5 goals, both teams to score, which would mean Spurs drawing 2-2, losing the correct score, £7. But this, if Villa win and Chelsea win, 726 plus a correct score. So I've made my mind up. 2-1 Villa is my final, is what I want. Yeah, the insurance pays more than the price boost on this game that I put on. In fact, I get a correct score on the 1-2-3 as well, which obviously can bring out rewards. So, yeah, I would happily let this finish 2-1. Because, again, correct score on Super 6, correct score on the 1, 2, 3, and it should lead to the insurance winning. Job's a good one, right? If Spurs do get 2-2, then that still pays £7, without a doubt. But I'd rather have 726 and a correct score on both the 1, 2, 3 and Super 6. 2-0 Egypt. Thank you, Fraser. Goal scorer. First was Omar Mamouche. Second is Rami Rabia. By the way, Fraser, whilst I've got your attention, you will help me, right, with the rebrand, won't you? Just so I've got that kind of settled. Two, 3. Cambridge, Birmingham. 1 goal, but in it. Cambridge 2, Birmingham 3. Ooh. Wendy tries to play it forward. Does get it forward. Sancho. Garcia. Yeah, I just want this finish 2-1. I'm very happy with the score right now. Tottenham have been way better in second half, but I still would rather this game just finish 2-1 now. Foul by Colomboani, free kick. Sancho, yeah, he's pulled it back for a free kick. Craig Pawson could have played the advantage, to be fair, but I'm not going to complain. I'm wanting that 2-1 scoreline. I don't want any threat of another goal. I just want it finishing here. Again, though, it's only a 26p loss if Tottenham do equalise and make it 2-2. But I then lose out on a correct score on Super 6 and the 1, 2, 3 as well. So you guys know what I want. And it's almost a given that Chelsea will win tonight against Charlton. So I am cold, by the way. "90 seconds after the 90 here, people." That's a great tackle. It's a great tackle. Yes, they did. And it was a monumental result. Incredible for Macclesfield. Yes, that is correct. Macclesfield of non-league, to be exact, the National League North, did knock out the holders. Yes, 10-1 to City. I've seen it all. 5-1 for Bristol over Watford. That is a big result for Bristol City. Yeah, but I've seen it all, mate. I've seen it all. Big. 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 I don't know. I don't know what BBC have in terms of match of day, to be fair. TNT have the control. I honestly don't know. I don't know how it all works, really. I don't watch match of the day anyway. We're 4 minutes at a time here. 4 minutes. We'll get to the chat in a minute. Not really, but I will do the final if it's available to me. In terms of time, obviously, I've got to make sure that I don't conflict with anything before doing that AFCON final. But yeah, tomorrow we're doing Spanish Super Copa final, the El Clasico. Yeah, I don't see why not. No harm in that, is there really? Nigeria did win today, 2-0 away to 2-0 away. Bollocks. 2-0 against Algeria. They were the away side on the score sheet, but neutral. N. Neutral stadium, so. Well, 2 minutes to go. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Victor Osimhen. Comes through to Rodgers. Watkins. Saved by... Yeah, I needed that save from Vicario to ensure the prediction stays correct. Really. It will put me up to 12 points on Super 6 with 2 correct scores today. As I did predict correctly, the 2-2 draw between Newcastle and Bournemouth in 90 minutes. And this is almost going to be my second correct prediction of the night, of the day. So yeah, it'll be 2 out of 3. Can't get the jackpot, but the more points, the merrier. Because one day I'll win that prize draw for beating Jamie. 1 back for Ivory Coast. 2-1 then in that game. Yep. Who scored it? Own goal by Ahmed Fatou. The clock is about to hit 4 minutes. And you suspect that Craig Port is ready to blow. And what will be my second correct score of the day? Maybe one last chance for Tottenham. Jed Spence. It's well defended. Yeah, he's done well. Cash. Buendia even. Buendia, yeah, he's doing everything he can. Bit of rolling around on the floor, but understandable. Great. Villa keep it away from danger. Should be enough. Not going to get the whistle yet from Craig Pawson. Calamari in and cleared away by somebody. Away, still away. And Bogarda. Rogers and cleared by Van der Ven. And the final whistle from Craig Pawson. And it is defeat for Spurs. It's a correct prediction by me as Villa beat Spurs 2-1. I want to thank you all for your company tonight, people, in the FA Cup. 2 brilliant matches, 2-2-1 wins, 1 for Villa, 1 for Macclesfield. And folks, I'm going to leave you all on the note of tomorrow, where we join you for Portsmouth against Arsenal. And then I will be doing the Spanish Super Cup final as well. Have a good night. See you all back here tomorrow at 1:45, usual slot on Super Sunday.